Did you put that tray away?
Oh no! You spilled it! So listen to this. One time, bro, in elementary school, right? I was in Champions for Children. You know what that is? You know, you go after school, you're big chilling with your boys and all that mumbo jumbo. They take you out to the swing set. You know, you're flipping and kicking around there. But listen, dude, one time I learned how to take an eraser, the end of an eraser, and put it all over my face, and it would stick, right? It would stick. And I was obsessed with it, man.
Okay.
I loved it, and I couldn't get enough of it. And before you know it, I left it on for a class period on the tip of my nose, right? And when I get to Champions for Children after school or whatever, I take it off, and I'm walking around like nothing, you know, whatever. And the teacher's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You got hit marks all over you, like you've been burned with a cigarette or something." I'm like, "What?" No,
my life.
I'm like, "No, dude." And she's like, "Yeah." And so she ends up like calling the principal and all these officials, you know what? And they're like, "Look at his face. Look at his face." Dude, they thought my parents had done something to me, but really I was just sticking erasers all over my face, and they left fucking welts. They left marks all over me, dude. And I don't even know, bro. I don't know what happened after that. I spent a couple days, you know, away. I'm just playing. I'm just
Hey,
playing.
remember when you did spend time away?
A couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times. You know, I just got back from Puerto Rico. I'd consider that away.
Not that away.
Away.
I'm talking about like the clink. The clink.
The clink. We've all been there. Come on. You know.
I've never been to the clink.
You're right. I'm not just any average Joe. I'm not just any average Joe schmo. You know, I'm out there living in the free world. But no, Bluetooth Coos, I'm so happy to have you on the first episode of the Open Tab Podcast.
The Open Tab Podcast.
Open Tab Podcast.
That's right.
And no, it's just an honor. You know, I wouldn't be here without you.
I mean, you paid a good amount to get me here.
Top fucking dollar,
And-
dude. I had to pay in all pennies. I paid in all pennies. I had a sack of pennies, and he had to count them all out one by one.
But I got that Coinstar machine in my house. And okay, so what's your plan? What's your plan? What's your plan for
this podcast or for life in general?
this podcast?
We'll start there. Man, I want to have fun. That's what it is, dude. I want to have fun with my boys, with people who are close to me, and that's all, dude. If people enjoy watching us, have a couple laughs, you know, and get down to the bones of things, I want to have fun.
Okay, now am I a throwaway character? I mean, because I only see two chairs, and
I hate to break it to you this early, but yes.
okay, are there plans to expand?
This is your first and only episode.
Okay.
I'm just playing, man. I think you're gonna be around for a while if I decide that. But we're gonna have fun, dude. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna bring some interesting people on here, dude. We're gonna have a bunch of different characters, a lot of different personalities. You know, from a grocery store clerk
I like that.
to a man who climbs Mount Everest.
Yeah.
And a man who shit on Mount Everest. Because where do you go to the bathroom up there? Where do you go?
Well, they actually have these little portable toilets, but you would have to carry it with you.
Do you have to shit on the ground and pick it up like you would a dog and just tie it off and put it in your
It's like
pocket?
when you're up there, you're out of like a lot of things, so I'd say it's probably a recycling system.
Well, there's a lot of snow. You could probably do something with that. You could make a toilet out of snow.
And there's dead people up there?
It might melt. There's dead people up in Mount Everest?
Yeah, like all over.
Whoa,
Like all over.
I'd love to bring them on the podcast. And
Yeah,
talk to
I
them.
think it'd be hard. We could take a big chunk of ice.
I would love to see what they have to say.
I bet they have a good story to tell.
We could just let them thaw out. We'll let them thaw out and see what happens. But either way, no. So the other day, right? I'm working at Pizza Hut. I'm delivering pizzas, right? My new job. I was previously driving a Zamboni for, the Lake Erie Walleye. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. It was the Fremont Rec Center, but it was a hell of a time.
The Ice Wolves, right?
Yeah, I used to play hockey for them.
Okay.
And so I'm driving a Zamboni and whatnot, and I recently am not doing that anymore.
Okay.
But either way, back to what I was saying, I'm delivering pizzas, and I come up to this door, right? I got 2 fucking bags of pizza. I'm talking breadsticks, pasta, whatever you need. And I'm feeling pretty good about the day, and as soon as I knock on the door, I let out a huge fart. Huge fart. It stung. It stung, down there.
Who was answering this door?
It was hot. And
The person?
yes, as soon as I knocked, he answers the door and I let out a
The
huge
guy
fart.
was hot.
No. My shit was hot.
Okay.
But either way, he hadn't smelled it. It takes a couple minutes to, get going. And we're doing a transaction. I'm giving his pizza.
There's a refractory period.
I'm giving him his pizza, and before you know it, his face drops from a smile to dead serious. He looks at me in the windows of my soul, and we both knew what happened. And he was about to give me, a nice little $5 tip. He retracts it. He says, "Get off my lawn. Get away from me." And I understood. And this is truth, man. I understood. I said, "All right, bye." And I just walked out. I walked away and got in my car, and I wouldn't say I was...
Would you disclose the address?
Oh, dude, definitely if you wanted me to.
All right, yeah.
It was 451. 451, write it down.
All right.
451. Greenwood Ave. Yes, Greenwood Ave. And maybe we could get that guy on the podcast.
I think so.
We could ask him a couple questions
We
about...
wouldn't want to delve into his trauma, though.
Well, how strong is his snaz? Is his nose? Is he partially blind?
Because you smelled it first, though.
I smelled it first, and I was like, "Oh no!" I even tried to cut it off. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to disgrace the pizzas. I didn't want to get the pizzas dirty.
Yeah. Now, in your opinion, what would you say? We don't want to disgrace your place of employment over here, but
That's the truth.
what would you say? Would you say they're good quality over there?
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Dude, best pizza. I love fucking
yeah.
Pizza Hut, bro. I can't get enough of it. I stuff it in
you
every
endorsed
orifice.
beforehand?
I stuff it in every orifice, Coos. You got taste buds on your ass.
Okay,
or is that just
really?
me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well, you should get that
wouldn't.
checked out because I thought that was a normal thing. No?
No,
Oh, fuck. Shit.
I'm not willing to disclose if anything's going in there though, here. Because if I let that out, then
Oh, well, who's...
secret's out.
Secret's out? I mean, I just said it. It's normal.
It's my first time.
It's normal. It is normal to have taste buds on your ass. I've got them on the...
That's not what I'm saying. It's not normal.
Well, I've got taste buds on the tip of my toes also.
Okay. I've heard they actually are on other body parts though. I don't know if this is true.
Like nipples.
The rumor, I don't know.
That's why they spray the Cool Whip on the nipples, because you can taste it. Anyway, what'd you hear?
I heard there's taste buds on just other parts of your body. Actually,
Really?
there was this thing going around where people were dipping their balls in soy sauce because.
For themselves, or was there someone else who was like, "I want the soy sauce, but I want it in this way"?
I don't know how it got started, but one of my ex-girlfriends asked me to do it.
Whoa!
And I was like, no.
Whoa!
We're not.
Is she listening right now?
I probably not. I don't know.
I hope she is, and I hope she finds someone out there who's gonna fulfill her soy sauce needs.
Yeah. Well, I told her it's not true, but so. I had a few things that I wanted to ask you because I wrote a bunch of stuff down because I didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
And as you can see, I filled this page pretty far. But so, would you rather?
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I thought about these beforehand on the drive here.
On the drive here, right? From where'd you drive from?
Worcester.
Worcester. I used to play hockey around those parts.
Oh, yeah.
They know me.
Do they?
I've got a statue out there.
Okay, yeah. Is that what's outside in front of the high school there?
That is, dude.
That man feeding the pigeons?
I rode the bench. There were birds in the building, and I would just bring breadcrumbs. Crumbs.
Okay. And they immortalized you for that.
They did.
Was that the first occurrence of
birds feeding?
Yeah.
Feeding birds? I fed birds a couple of times. Dude, one time when I was real young, and this is a true story. One time when I was real young, we go out to the state park here in Catawba. You know what I'm talking about. And, I'm happy-go-lucky type of guy, and I'm skipping through the park, having a blast with the whole family. We're all skipping. We're wearing the chains. We're wearing the leather and all that stuff. And I accidentally step on this bird that had fallen out of the tree. I step on this bird and it lets out a little screech,
awful.
like a squawk. And I felt so bad. I was so young that I started to cry, dude. I started crying. And my brother's
pansy.
I know. I would now.
I crush birds daily.
Dude, right now I would have had fun with it. I would have almost had fun with it, but I
like
was
maybe play with it a little bit.
no, just crush it.
Just you really put some foot into it.
Yeah, and so I cried, and I never heard the end of it. And to this day, they're always squawking like that bird. Everywhere I go, people squawk.
Okay, because they know about it.
They know about it. It's terrible.
Okay. So my first question was originally, would you rather have hair
Oh, geez.
down there that is teeth, or teeth up here that is hair from down there?
Okay, so would I rather have pubic hair in my mouth, or would I rather have teeth for pubic hair?
Yeah.
Wow. And you thought about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have my decision.
Dude, I'd have to go. Dude, whoa. I think I'd have to go pubic hair in my mouth. I would just skip the kissing stage with anybody I meet and be like, at least down there is taken care of. It's not teeth. Because, dude, what would you do? What would you do if somebody pulled their pants down and it was teeth?
There's a movie about that.
Would you brush them? Would you put toothpaste on it and brush them? Or just...
If that's what they want, who is the person?
Okay, we're talking, it's Mike Tyson.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be down there. But first of all...
Okay, what if it was maybe like Mariah Carey or Beyonce? How about if Beyonce had...
Not my type, though.
What if... Okay, what's your type? What do you like? Asians?
I'm thinking like little scruffy beard down here, maybe like a little bucket hat on, like red.
I don't know. I don't know anybody who looks like that.
It's a shame.
It's a shame, but okay, if Beyonce was your type, and she was like, hey, Bluetooth Coos, she DM'd you on Instagram, and she was like, Bluetooth Coos, here's the deal.
Got teeth.
One night only. This is it. This is your time to shine.
Do I know about the teeth beforehand?
No.
Okay.
You pull down the pants and it's teeth. Would you name the teeth individually? Would you name every tooth?
That's Roscoe. That's Billy.
Or would you just say bye? Would you, if it was Beyonce, you know what I mean? I'm talking the queen of all queens, a beautiful woman.
Do they face inwardly? Like which direction?
No, they're out. They're just out.
Okay, so like...
I mean, this was your question. What do you think, dude?
In my head, they were facing out, so anything entering in would...
Cross the line.
Probably like cheese grater kind of action.
I can agree with that. Well, okay.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it? Dude, if it was Beyonce...
I could lick the plaque off all the teeth,
Oh, no, there's no plaque. She's not eating anything with them. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not her, and I don't know what she's doing down there. But Bluetooth Coos, if you could enlighten me on your Helen Keller impersonation right now, how would you do it? Could you help me out?
Well, first I'd have to kind of get into like the state of mind where like I'm like,
you can't see, you can't hear.
Keep going, ask me something.
Do you brush your teeth with the same toothbrush you wash your ass with? You couldn't hear. Okay. Do you like being outside in the dark, running with the hoodlums, or are you a daybird? Are you flying around with the? I think that's how it goes. If I was Helen Keller, I think it would go something like this.
I heard that.
It would go, Ma, where's the bathroom? Never mind, I just went. that would be
Why did you go?
She couldn't wait, bro. She waited till last minute. She was
stumbling around trying to find it on her own.
Aimlessly, she wasn't even trying to find it. She's like, I kind of got to go to the bathroom, but I don't really know what that means.
I haven't been taught that.
It probably would have been like something like the hand jive. You know what I mean? Some hand jive action. Okay. Something like that. But either way...
Can you imagine the nightmare that must have been, though? I heard it was a hoax.
For her or her parents.
Everyone.
Or the people around her.
What do you do when you can't experience, like, anything? Like, period. Like...
I think you experience things on your own, like inward, you know what I mean? Like, obviously they have a state of mind, but they don't have the 5 senses that we do, maybe a sixth, I don't know. But they don't have the senses we do, so they find...
Would you enlighten us on why you believe this?
I see dead people.
Sick.
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Either way, she doesn't have the senses that we do.
Okay.
So I think she would have her own senses, you know what I mean? She would feel vibration, maybe heat coming off of a hot turd or something. She would feel other things, is what I'm trying to say. So she would have her own kind of, 5 senses that she'd have fun with.
You think she'd like not know what's going on during like number 2 time? We got like, maybe playing with.
Well, no.
You think like snowballing?
No, like silly putty. She can smell. Cruz. She can smell.
I don't know. You gotta get pretty close sometimes.
I just don't know what I would do if she was deaf and blind.
Yes.
And she had all 10 fingers.
Tragic.
No, did she have all 10 fingers? Do you know?
Yeah, no.
Can we research that?
It's just deaf and blind.
Deaf and blind. So yeah, she's walking around, she's skipping, hopping. I think, I don't know how long she lived. I think I did a report on her back when fucking middle school or something. But I never got to talk to her personally, so I couldn't ask her these questions, is the thing. Which is tragic.
Well, I have, and she actually had something that she wanted to
say to me?
Bring, to your attention.
Really?
She read your report.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I sent it to her in the mail. She never responded. She didn't write anything back. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I just don't know how to convey what she was trying to say, if you know what I mean.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. But off the topic of Helen Keller and the deaf and
just
blind.
Just a nightmare.
Either way, I'm so happy to be here, and I couldn't be more excited that we started this and that we're finally getting down to it. And this is the first episode, correct? Mm-hmm. We shot a couple other. They weren't ready. I'm just kidding. This is the first episode, and I feel like it's time. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming. And could you shed some light on what you do out in Medina? Bluetooth Coos, by the way. Don't get it twisted.
Well,
what you do? Oh, Worcester.
Yeah.
I get it correct. Worcester. With the singing, the guitar, and the country that you have brought to the table.
Well, so I started playing guitar, and
how'd you learn? Did you teach yourself, or did you go pay for someone to sing?
I just like plugged myself in.
Oh, right.
With like one of those cords down there. You can get it like pretty quickly.
You'll have to show me.
Yeah. So no, I learned. I just taught myself, and then I started just going out to bars. I got identification that's not me, but like,
okay.
If you understand.
I do.
And it says that I'm someone else in a different age.
Like from Benchwarmers. Have you ever seen that movie? He's like, I am 12. And he's fucking ripped. He's drinking, I can't remember if it's beer or liquor, but he's getting toasted and just hitting home runs. That's what I see you doing at these bars. You just
So I just would go to these bars and I'd sit down, and it all kind of started when like my like girlfriend of like 2 years like broke up with me. I first lived on my own, and I would just profusely like cry into the cup that I was drinking from.
Oh,
and
really?
I'd get attention over to me, and they'd come over to me, and
the owner of the bar, the people at the bar.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "We've heard your voice."
Crying.
You can
your crying voice.
No, so I would just sit there and just like get drunk until like I was like, hey, can I play here? And they'd let me play like for free at most places. I started getting paying jobs now, like recording stuff.
Right.
And but they would let me play there, and I would just have like, I don't know, an hour set, and like the first couple times I did it, like I was like real nervous and I was fucking up. And
hey, as we all do. Don't get me wrong.
There was this guy in the audience that was like, he was like real pissed about it, and like he was like,
because you were fucking up.
Yeah, and I got him up. I was like, come up here and like show us your stuff.
No. And was the guy twisted? Was he fucked up, or was he completely sober?
Oh, he was like very drunk.
Right.
He was like, the place I was at, I got the feeling that he was well known there.
Okay, he's a local.
His name carries weight.
Oh,
and when they're like,
people respect him or they hate him. What kind of weight was it?
I don't think it was either. I think it was, he's here, and
He's always here.
We couldn't give a shit if he lived or died.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
but Mike's here.
Right.
His name was Mike, and Mike came up on stage with me, and Mike started singing. What was it? He wanted to listen to
Mariah
wanted me
Carey.
to play like
All I Want for
AC/DC,
Christmas.
and I was like, I can't do that. I don't know those. And so we settled on one song that we both knew, which was Pickup Man by Joe Diffie, and I got him to sing it, and he was out of key, and I remember his girlfriend came in, so he was just up there like singing drunk, and his girlfriend
Really?
like walked in from outside, and she sat down and like she was like listening to him and like taping him, and then
Taping him?
taping.
And he's
the-
off key.
The
He's
video
just
recorder,
belting.
like from like the 80s.
Really?
She
With
brought one in.
the whole thing
Yeah,
on
like
the
it was
shoulder?
a TV camera from the 80s. She
Oh my
wheeled it in.
God.
She like knew what was going on beforehand, even though she was never in the bar.
Was this a hidden camera show?
I'm not really sure. I haven't figured that out yet. But so his girlfriend's in there, and she's like taping him. And what was it? His friend came, like someone he knew came in with his wife.
Not a friend. This guy doesn't have friends.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Right.
He's kind of a fuck.
Right.
This other guy came in with his wife, and I just happened to be at this chance encounter where his wife met his girlfriend.
What?
And I remember the show kind of stopped after that because there was like hooting and hollering, and there was like a walk outside, and then I saw some lights coming, like red and blue ones.
Really?
And
So let me get this straight. This guy had a wife
yes,
and a girlfriend.
and his wife had a boyfriend.
Whoa. And was that you? Were you the boyfriend?
I diddle around on the side, but it wasn't meant to be.
Right. Of course. As most things aren't.
I mean,
Most
she
things
was
aren't.
like 60, and but
There's no age limit. There's no
love
age
is
limit.
love.
Love is
Love has
love.
no
Love is blind.
But
That's
she
the
did
truth.
have teeth,
She.
not in the right place.
Wow. Growing out of her ear or like her upper lip or what?
No, it was like it replaced the pubic hair. Kind of
Wow.
like beforehand. That's why I brought that up. It was kind of a deep.
So you were partying with the X-Men is what I'm getting from this. I'm just trying to get a grasp on. Either way, I'll shed some light on the music. Seriously, like, so you go to these bars under a fake alias and you say I'm Robert E. Lee, and they're like, okay, and you play the guitar and you sing country songs that are not
Mostly.
generally country songs.
Older or
Like
just,
what?
just stuff that you like normally don't hear on the radio anymore, or
Well, I've heard you remix songs like Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg in a country version, and I tell you what,
that song did
it's
not
fucking phenomenal.
that song did not go over well at that bar when I played it.
Really? 'Cause I
because-
loved it.
Well, the moment I said bitch, like there were kids there. I didn't know
This
that.
was a
I didn't
Christian
know
bar.
There was 2 kids there. They were babies, and I said this, and they didn't like that. I played it beforehand, like everything kind of died down after
okay.
that. But everyone was like digging it. Nobody knew the song because it was all like 60-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
But the very first show I played that I got paid for was at this place called the Thirsty Cowboy in Medina. And
Did you meet the cowboy?
I was thirsty. I drank him. And I was playing for a line dancing class, and right before me came in like 2 actual like people that you hear on the radio.
Really?
This is like a big place. I had
So
no
they
clue.
upstaged you.
Yeah, I looked real bad at that time.
And how early on was this? Were you still new, or were you a couple months in, or how long had you been playing the guitar?
It was the first one I got paid for, which was like a year in.
Really?
The more interesting part of that story is that when I was there and I was, just up there playing, it had been about an hour. The class was like halfway over.
Right.
And I remember, like, when I go and get these jobs,
Right.
I have to use the name that's on my ID, which is Owen. And
Can we hear a last name? Did you make up the whole name?
I made up the first.
Don't tell me the last name. What is there a middle name? Oh, it's your middle name.
Matthew, yeah.
Matthew. Wow, do you go by Matt for short?
I wish I would have.
Bluetooth
Because it would have made
Matt
it easier.
Coos.
Because I will introduce myself as Owen Goldstein. That's the name on it. And I didn't know that was a Jewish name. So like I have like an adopted
This is
story
news
that
to
I'll
me.
tell if I have to. But so I was there and I introduced myself as Owen, and Owen is not Samuel. And when I go up on stage, I forget that, and I'm like,
wow.
hey, I'm Samuel, and like blah blah blah, the rest of my little
And the
spiel.
owner of the bar's like, wait, what?
And they give me like a funny look, and I didn't even realize what I did.
And you're just playing around.
And I'm just going on, and like hour and a half through, I start seeing like someone came up behind me, and they're like, we just want to know like a little bit more about you before you continue your show.
Wow.
And I remember the waitress that told me that, like, they like took me back there, and she's like, do you have your ID on you? and this was, they like cut the show like halfway through.
Was the waitress hot?
I don't really remember.
Okay.
I was like terrified after this happened.
Right,
because
I would be
realized
too.
what was going on, and I was like, I've sullied my name. I've sullied my name here. And I remember that I had this mic stand here, and I had this microphone, and I had a wireless plug for it at the time.
Okay.
And I remember I had 3 of these when I started. I left that one there and grabbed.
That's why I'm using this piece of shit. This piece of shit. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
That guitar case that I have is a new one because I left. I turned around. I was like, I have to use the bathroom, and I grabbed my mic and the wireless plug from it, and I grabbed the amplifier and my guitar, and like without the case, and just left.
So they were closing in on you, or was that paranoia kind of setting in? Were you?
I was like almost like in my mind there was a cop behind that door that they were gonna be like, cause you get money for like busting IDs.
Oh wow,
like
really?
Waitresses do.
What?
And waitresses were the ones that heard my name. Yeah. Sometimes the establishment will offer like 10 to like $50 for like.
Wow, that's some Wild Wild West type shit.
Yeah, and I had a bounty on my head.
No shit. Oh my god, dude.
So I just left, and I was like packing up out there, and like I see someone come out of the bar, and I like assumed it was like someone from management,
an owner or a high power.
I hopped in my car. There was still stuff laying on the side of like the car, and
like condoms and shit.
Like they were all out, man. Like they were like dripping everywhere and shit, and I was trying to just mop it up off the asphalt.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just left, and I didn't go back into Medina like after I moved to Worcester, and after that happened for a long time because I was just like, I'm wanted there.
Wow. Wow. That's a good story because, you know, I've had a couple run-ins where people realize I'm not who I say I am. And, you know.
Now, what is it that makes you want to pretend to be someone else? You're not happy with yourself.
Just the fact that I can really get rowdy with it, and they don't know my real name. You know, they don't know who I really am, so I can just say whatever. I'm the Dolphins quarterback, and people are like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
they're just like, oh, yeah, I'm Mojay. I seen that.
Exactly.
You're 8, right? 08? And they're like, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it kind of works out well. You know, I just love, I love tricking people almost. I love deceiving people.
Okay, it's
just my favorite thing to do. I don't want anybody to trust me.
Okay. I don't want you just trying to build this repertoire over yourself.
I want to be 30 different people.
Just a garbage person.
You've seen that movie Split, right?
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
That's me. I'm a woman at one point. Okay. I walked into a bar and said I'm a woman, and the people with all these new laws and whatnot, with all the beef going around.
Did they have your bathroom?
They could not question it. They did not. Okay. And I went into the women's and nobody said a thing. I laid a gnarly shit in there. In the women's restroom.
Oh, this is something I like really wanted to talk to you on and off air. Have you ever been inside a women's bathroom? Like, I don't go creeping around them, but like I've been inside when I gotta like really piss and.
Oh, so it's like an emergency. You're like, this is it.
But you walk in and listen. I'll be at like the most shithole gas station I've ever been at, and I'll be like. There's a line in the men's bathroom. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going in. I know it's a bad time. It sucks. And I walk in, and this really did happen. I walked in, and I was like,
there were stalls everywhere.
There's flowers on the toilet.
What?
Like fake flowers.
Men don't get flowers. We don't get flowers.
Everything you get like a loud booming fart. And like, there's always. Have you ever had someone making noise too? Like,
oh, dude, that's me on purpose. If somebody,
I don't do it on purpose.
If somebody walks in, dude, I don't hold anything back.
Can we
I
hear
just
your
go
best
for it.
noise?
No, because that's bathroom talk.
Okay.
Much
You
like
keep
Donald
that.
Trump's
The
locker room talk. Yeah, that's bathroom
Okay, I
talk.
understand. We keep
Here's the
those
thing.
things separate.
Here's the thing. I worked at a resort out in Colorado, right? And I was cleaning bathrooms, right? That's not my main job, but I do what I
Yeah,
can.
sure it is.
I do what I can. I was scrubbing toilets two-handed.
big game.
Either way, I would go into the
This
women's.
is why you're pretending to be someone else, I think.
I'm not.
This isn't about the bathroom story.
Oh,
see it.
oh, dude. Either way,
understand.
I'll be fucking whoever I have to be to use a women's bathroom in a pinch. You know what I mean? Either way,
I use one just on the fly.
for fun.
Yeah.
For fun, you meet someone new. You're like, hey, I'm Rick. I'm Rick.
I'm Rick and I'm here and
I'm Rick Oglesby.
I'm good.
I'm Rick Shapiro. Whatever. Either way, so the thing is I used to work at a resort, and I cleaned bathrooms here and there at the end of the night, did what I had to do.
I'm not over this part yet.
I would always walk into the women's bathroom, and it would be a mess. Absolute
Really?
trash.
I don't believe this.
I go into
really
men's
don't.
bathrooms. I take shits in men's bathrooms, but I would walk into the women's, and it would be a mess almost every single time. There's toilet paper laying all over the place. I don't know if that's like etiquette. Every time you go to the bathroom there, you got to leave a sheet.
What is the demographic of this resort?
Very rich people.
Okay.
Very high-end resort.
So they're like, you should be like, it should be a pleasure for you to like wipe my shit off the floor then.
Well,
Think
I
that's
don't know
the
about
mentality?
that, dude. I mean, just as a person, I don't care who you are, dude. You don't just. There wasn't fucking shit on the toilet paper on the ground, but whoever you are, you don't leave toilet paper on the ground. If you do, you throw it in the toilet, and you're gonna wash your hands anyway.
Do you build a nest before you sit on the toilet?
No, fuck that, dude. It's my ass. I don't do the whole ass casket. That's what it's called. It's an ass casket.
They have like actual like pads that you
You
pull out.
pull
of
it
the
up,
wall.
and it's
I
like
never knew that.
It's like a small
I've
sheet
been,
of
like,
paper.
I've been like fucking like foraging like a bird for stuff. Like I'll pull up like shit off the floor and like pack that in there so the nest stays tight.
The thing about that is when I'm using these facilities, those are always in like sporting events. You see ass caskets in sporting events and or big concerts and stuff like that. You don't see them regularly in any bathroom. So I'm only shitting.
I do it out of force of habit at my own house.
What?
Yeah.
No.
My girlfriend sits on that toilet.
Okay. Does she? What? You want her ass cheeks to be clean?
When you press butts?
Are your
Is that like you?
are your
I
ass
don't
cheeks
press
dirty?
butts.
Sam, are your ass cheeks dirty?
I have a little roll through the mud every now and then.
Whoa. My ass cheeks don't touch anything but pristine platinum toilet seats. And that's the truth.
Okay.
And I'm just saying I don't use ass caskets because I don't have any reason to. And I got a hairy ass, by the
So
way.
you live by your own code, freestyle.
Freestyle all the way. Dude, I live by number 2.
That That's the rule.
That was my number in hockey, number 2. When I played hockey, I was number 2. And I live by that for the rest of my life.
Probably just because you're shit overall. I mean,
That's the premise.
I gotta be honest. I really don't want to be here anymore. Like,
Is that the truth?
yeah.
I think interviewing my fucking dog would be more interesting than talking to you anymore.
You look like something.
Dude, you look like you go
that
around.
I pulled off my shoe.
Aw. You look like somebody who goes around door to door and sells goat milk. That's what you look like.
Do I look like a guy that would do kratom?
If anybody would do kratom, it would be you. And not traditionally, you enter it through an IV. You look like you really love kratom. And for those of you who don't know what kratom is,
Was it the lines on my face and like the depth in my like you see my
dude, no,
skull?
it's the scary look in your eye.
like the dead one.
It's the scary look. I know you have a glass eye, but it's the other eye. It's the other eye that's looking at me that tells you boof kratom. And I don't judge,
People
man.
do that.
Whatever you want. The
I'm
thing
not
is,
that desperate for it yet, but
the thing is you look like the type of person who still has a paper route. Like you go, you ride a bike around and you throw papers to people who don't want papers.
okay.
Can you still get a paper route? Is that a thing? Is a paper route a thing on a bicycle and just flinging papers around? Is that a thing? When I was growing up, nobody was ever like, hey, get a paper route. Never. Not once. I don't even know how to do
I
that.
gotta be honest, you're touching something that's remember the things we said we
Controversial?
weren't gonna talk about?
Paper routes?
The things we said were off limits for us.
Boofing Kratom was not on that list.
Okay. That's not where that started. I don't think you understand. My paper route is very...
Listen, Kuz,
It's endearing for me.
your paper route, you take a lot of pride and respect. How do you throw the papers, left hand or right hand?
I just pack up, you know them CO2 cartridges? Or I'll do like NOS. If you like pump yourself up beforehand,
Oh, yeah.
you can get a lot up there.
Wow.
You got like
Whoa.
you got like 5 miles of like small intestine.
So here's what I'm envisioning.
That's why I said I can't taste anything, because I know what ink tastes like.
And that's why I said I have taste buds on my ass.
And I told you I didn't want to go there, but you...
Here's the thing. You look like the type of guy. You have somebody driving a motorcycle, and there's that little cab on the side. You guys know what I'm talking about. The little cab, you know, where the bitch sits.
sidecar, yeah.
The sidecar where the bitch sits. You look like the type of guy who stuffs newspaper up your ass, and you just shoot him out with the CO2.
And I'm okay with myself. I don't pretend to be someone else because I am not happy.
What do you mean? The whole first half of this podcast, you were talking about how you use a different alias.
That's for...
Is it alias
strictly-
or Elias? I don't know.
It's
Alias or Elias? Vote on it on our Instagram page.
text Ryan Mosier to 225321.
That's my number.
And we'll get it.
We'll get it. We'll figure this out. And the
Okay.
thing is, here's my next question, Kuz. Have you ever had to call the police? I'm talking 911. It's an emergency, or it's
Many times.
Really?
Yeah.
What? So, go ahead and just enlighten us on those experiences. When did you have to call 911?
Well,
And I'm being serious.
yeah, my house got broken into in Akron. That was
really?
my first house that I lived on my own.
And what did they take?
And my Xbox. That's it.
That's it?
But guess what? I had
That's
this-
because you don't have nice shit. That's because you don't have nice
No,
shit.
it was a targeted hit, man. It was a targeted hit. They knew.
So it
They
was
knew.
from the inside. You think these
I
were people you
imagine I
knew.
knew this person. They'd been to my house.
It just so happens
Listen,
I was in
having,
Worcester
like-
that day.
I was having, yeah. Listen, I was having a lot of people through there, if you know what I mean. And, like,
And they were
I think they were scoping it out.
gamers.
Yeah. Like, hardcore.
Now, do you have any art, or what does your apartment consist of? Just an Xbox and a TV and a lawn chair, or
Just
what is it? Like,
Just enough toilet paper to make a nest.
I believe you. I do
I
that.
sleep on it.
Dude, I do that same shit. Toilet paper is the most comfortable thing to lay on when you're out of nice shit. And I don't know much about it, but I've slept in the car a few times, and I went to Dollar Tree and just got a shit ton of toilet paper.
Just built up.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead and describe us what happened when you had to call 911. I'm talking about 911. You called them and said what?
I said, my apartment got broken into, and
Right.
I need like cops over here now. 5 minutes later, there wasn't anyone there. 30 minutes later,
You would have been dead by then.
they weren't getting around to it, and
Wow.
then 40 minutes later, they showed up and just kind of like looked around, like marked some stuff off.
And you had to hide some shit.
And I was like, man, like gaming is my life, man.
Now,
Like,
was this
I
an
don't- I
Xbox
don't
360 or an Xbox One?
like Xbox One. It was when
that's-
it first came out.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
It was when the S first came out. And I was like, man, gaming is my life, dude. I'm like hardcore gamer. Like that's all I have.
Are you one of those-
I don't have people in my life.
Whoa.
And I just started like going deep into it, and I ended up like taking a ride home with the cop.
Whoa!
And yeah,
You were already home. What do they just go around the block and say, here you go?
that
You
was
got in the trunk, didn't you? You just laid in the
It
trunk.
didn't feel like home anymore. It had been invaded.
Wow.
And I went back with him, and
Now,
we had a nice night together. We spent a little
Whoa.
time. We spent a little time.
and you didn't play
Get-
Xbox
get
because that was off the
closer.
table.
Yeah, and I couldn't think about it that time. I was in mourning, but he took me home. You know, he treated me like a lady. He swept me off my feet.
Oh.
He told me this house
Oh, man.
is your house, and I said, I'm almost glad my Xbox got taken. I was like, I'm gonna give up the gamer mantle. You know, I'm
The
gonna
gamer
set it-
mantle.
I'm gonna set it down. I've worked on it for so long. You know,
Now,
Twitch.
here's the thing. When I asked that question, I said I was serious, and I feel like you're fucking around.
No, I spent the night at this cop's house. I slept with him for Xbox money.
Whoa, dude. So you bought an Xbox. So did the cop steal your Xbox and just do this all as a ploy?
I think he just wanted to.
I think that's what happened. So here's the thing. When I had to call the police,
his last name was actually Buchanan too.
Buchanan.
That's for real. That's for real. Like the cop that showed up, his name was.
We've got a funny story about the last name Buchanan, and we'll get to that. But here's a story of when I had to call 911.
Wait, I got one more. It's
wait. Let me finish. Let me just start this, and then you can do it.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna
cut this part out.
I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it. Okay. So what had happened is I was young, maybe middle school. I don't remember. I was young, dude. I was wearing like I wear 10.5 now. I'm talking maybe size 9 shoe. Just to give you perspective, I was wearing size 9 shoes. Vans always, that's what we do, represent. Either way. So my stepfather, he's trimming
the one that did the cigarette burns on your face.
yes. You guys remember that?
Piece of shit.
And my stepfather, he's in a bucket truck. He goes.
Is this guy like also the guy who kind of like made you insecure about your identity? Is that?
No, I think that came from all just the partying. The cat.
Yeah.
The cat.
Cat.
Cats make me nervous at first, but I love cats now. That's the thing. I've got a cat. Well, I don't own her.
He's lying. We locked up a cat,
dude.
Just to do this.
The cat is her own being. I don't give a fuck. Either way. So here's what happened. Quit interrupting me. Quit interrupting the story. What had happened was my stepfather's in a bucket truck. He's got a chainsaw. He's fucking going ham trimming the trees, and I'm not talking about his bush. He's trimming the trees, and I don't know, maybe I was young. I don't know. I didn't know my feet back then. I didn't know the metric system.
You didn't know your feet.
I knew Canada's system of measurement, not the U.S., because fuck that.
Like your own feet were
too small to even understand it. And either way, they
factored into the identity crisis.
He's up in a bucket truck and he's trimming these trees. And there's a door on the bucket truck. He leans over just a little bit to try to trim, and the door wasn't like hinged. He falls out of the bucket truck with a running chainsaw. It falls and misses him completely. And I saw it out of the window. I'm sitting in the living room like, I wonder what's going on. And I
did
catch
it stick in the ground like real cool?
It did. And
chain first?
It did. And it kept running. It was just.
Did it go like right between his crotch or something?
No,
he like looks down at it all like cartoony.
It went right by his face and took his ear off. But that's why he's got a fake ear. But either way, it just kept running and dug a hole into the ground. We never recovered the chainsaw.
It's still digging.
Still digging till this day, as far as I know. And I've checked up. I've called it a couple times. I've checked up on it, and it's still digging.
Cell phone.
It's still digging.
Pager.
Either way,
send it a page.
Either way, my stepfather, he's laying on the ground. Not saying anything. We go out there, me and my stepbrothers, and we're like, "Are you okay? What happened?" Of course, I saw it. Okay. But we're like, "Are you okay?" He's just not saying anything. So I say, "Boys,
you didn't believe your own eyes,
dude. It was some crazy shit. I thought I fucking stepped on some acid or something. It seeped into my body. Either way, he's laying on the ground. They go get the neighbor. I call 911. I'm like, my stepfather fell out of a bucket truck. They're like, "Quit fucking with us." I'm like, "I'm not, dude. This is serious." And
like, nah, you're playing. And it was just back and forth, 15 minutes.
I had to call a second time and send them a video. They made me call a second time and said, "Send a video, pussy." So I did what they requesting.
What have you done to discredit your name to the emergency services?
That's another story.
Okay.
Either way, he's laying there all fucked up. And I'm standing there like, I don't know what's going on. The neighbor comes up, and eventually the ambulance and the cops pull up, skirt, skirt. They pull up. And long story short, he left the scene with a couple broken ribs, maybe like a twisted ankle. He tweaked his ankle or something like that. He was fucked up, dude. And that was the first and only time I've ever called 12.
Okay.
12 meaning the police for those, youngins out there who don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Whoever's watching this, 12 is police. Yeah. Okay? Just to set the record straight. Anyway, so that was the only time I ever had to call the police.
Okay.
And The second time, not
The only time, but the second time I did.
the reason why the emergency services
I don't
don't
know. I
trust
think
me.
there's so much like hot air coming out. You better tighten up your hat, because I don't know.
Dude,
Off your head.
that story is real. That story is real, and I actually got a Nobel Prize because of it.
Okay.
You can check
Really
the records.
saved this
dude.
man's life.
Check the records. I was Person of the Year, 2008. I was Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Have you ever taken someone's life?
I don't want to talk about that.
This wasn't off the.
That's not funny.
I got
just
dude.
playing.
I got.
I'm just playing. I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you about it.
I got pissed.
That was a good one.
When you looked at the camera, I didn't have to come right there.
Either way,
About 12, I was hoping you'd say, fuck 12.
no, I can't say that. This is amazing, dude. I'm so happy to be here. I am so ecstatic. Yeah, go ahead. This has been fantastic. I'm having so much fun, and trust me, there will be 100 more episodes. So those of you who are laughing at home, maybe you're driving, maybe you're skating at an ice rink, maybe you're clipping your toenails with your teeth, whatever it is. If you're listening to this podcast and you're enjoying yourself, just know I am too, and that's all I want. So tune in, because we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on keeping on as long as as long as people take this well and they enjoy it. So I'm just glad everyone's listening, and let's just have fun with it. Let's just have fun with it. And we're even gonna open up Instagram account. We're gonna do some voting out there. You can be a part of this podcast. So just check out the Instagram account. It's opentab.pod. You can check that out on the Instagram and vote on different scenarios, or vote what you think about what we're talking about. And
Your voice cracked.
and that's what it is. No, that's just my voice. It's from
really?
smoking meth.
Okay.
It gets all fucked up. So that's what happened. Either way, so we'll go into our next segment. Have you ever tried dip, Bluetooth Coos? Have you ever tried dip? Putting. Go ahead.
Lifelong user.
Lifelong user, really, to this day.
After this.
He's got a dip in right now, everybody. He's just swallowing it. He's just swallowing it.
No, that's what I thought when I first started doing it.
Absolute animal.
No, I have it. I have like this little backup thing just in case, like
Right.
that I were to have this thing confiscated from me. And so I just keep it around just in case. It's kind of like something you keep close to your heart, just like something
Close to
something you can't go without. Something that you don't need it, but you feel safer having.
That's called your lungs black from smoking cigarettes and taking nicotine.
Oh, I don't smoke.
Really?
I take like freebase nicotine. Just like I take it. Well, I don't know what I is called. Optometry.
I think that's Iris. Iris.
I just put droppers of like freebase in my eye.
Okay.
That's what I use the glass eye for.
And where do you purchase that? Just on eBay or from the grocery store?
No, but I would buy it from this place called Vape 8, and
Shout out to Vape 8.
yeah, thank you.
I hope you're
Thank
watching.
You won't sell to me anymore. But,
Because they know.
yeah, they know. They know that I had like a gallon jug of freebase in my house when I moved.
Freebase. Now, enlighten us and the listeners. What is a gallon of Freebase?
Freebase is the like nicotine like substance they use to put in vape juice.
Right.
And it's basically like just like you put like a drop of it in for like every like I don't know like 10 milliliters. Something
wow.
like that big.
Oh, wow.
And
I had an IV one time of Freebase.
I mean, I had it for one. Listen, I had needles to inject it into the juice.
Now your own needles, or did
And-
you find these on the street?
I just got them wherever
Or in
I
a
could get
bathroom.
them. Yeah, wherever I could find.
Oh wow.
That's
what I
That's
usually
what I was
do.
telling you about, like pressing the cigarette butts down to get this juice out of there. So I had this freebase stuff, and it was like a gallon of it, and I
Right.
like hardly used any of it. And there's like a bunch of syringes like all around it, and I had it all like taped together. It looked really sketchy, but I kept it all together so I could just like take the whole setup with me.
Right.
And we moved, and I wasn't living in the house at the time, and they're like going through my shit.
Yeah.
I get this like text, and it's like, hey Sam, like give us a call, and I was like,
And who are these people?
My parents.
Your parents, and they were giving you the free base stuff because they knew they actually put you onto it.
Yeah, they were like, we want to get you onto this because we've always wanted to have an intervention.
It's a family thing. That's the thing. Every family has their thing. Every family has what they like to do. You know, my family, we play cards. We gamble. We like to have fun. Your family, you know,
a little bit of family prostitution.
I wasn't gonna say that. Why you gotta bring my family? Why you gotta say that shit? I wasn't gonna say it. That's why I didn't say it. Either way, it's
wasn't
fine.
on the list.
It's fine. So back to my original question.
If there's soft
dip.
spots, you got to think of them beforehand.
And there are none. There are none. No soft spots.
Your heart is a rock.
That's how
Right now.
I'm so excited about this podcast that I've been hard for 45 minutes while we've been doing this.
That's cool.
Maybe even longer.
I've
I
never
don't
been
know.
able to have it for more than like 3 minutes.
Try
tops.
Viagra. Try Viagra. 4 hours. They say if it exceeds 4 hours, find help. I don't find help. I don't find help. I find joy in that.
Freestyle.
I find joy in that. And my face goes pale. I'm numb. I can't
for
feel anything.
more.
And my
Go for more.
my dick just
Engorges
it
with
grows.
blood.
It's almost like the Incredible Hulk. It even turns green. It wears little purple shorts too. It's very interesting, and there's only a few people who've seen that, and one of them was my youth pastor.
Roy.
And either way, back to what I was saying, my first dip experience, you know, I pack a hog. And don't get me wrong, I'm a hockey player.
Did you
Hockey,
eagle, bear, or
I did all 5 of my,
you took your whole hand and
I just took the whole dip and I put it in my mouth. And I sucked on it. And either way, what had happened was I'm over at my good friend, Timmy Paradiso. Shout out to Timmy and Anthony and their whole family. They're amazing people. I'm at my friend Timmy Paradiso's, right? And we get ourselves a can of Copenhagen Long Cut
a good time.
Mint.
Good time in a can.
Yes. And this is my first time. I'm maybe, I want to say 16. You know,
That's young. You're a bad kid.
in my youth, in my prime, as I would call it. I'm shit now. In my prime. And, you know, I throw a little hog in, the whole can, as I said earlier. And, dude, it was so immaculate. I fucking just started spinning. Not physically, but my person
like-
was just spinning. And I got so lightheaded and so fucked up. I took my pants off, and I went up to their theater, and I puked all over the sink. All over. And I was having a good time. I was having fun with it. You know, just really getting into it. I was almost like having too much fun puking. And, you know, when I'm finally finished, you know, that my stomach's empty. I've got nothing else in me. It's all out.
And you're like, time for another load.
Time for another load, but I realized that the sink, I turn on the water and the sink's not it's not going down the drain. And now I've got a problem. And they've got a popcorn machine at their house. And I go and I get the scoop for the popcorn machine. And I'm scooping it out of the sink into the trash can. Just puke. Trash can, puke, trash can. It was a hell of a time. Great time, by the way.
I'm really confused on like the line between reality and like falsehood. Really blurred there for me.
This is a true story. And either way, I'm puking. That is legit. I was scooping from the popcorn scoop just into the trash can, and we even put a little into the popcorn machine. Popped it like popcorn and ate that. And I tell you what, it really turned out good. It was very good popcorn.
What did you eat before?
Oh man, you want to hear?
I want to hear.
You want to hear?
I'll lend my ear.
We had gone to Nagoya. I'm talking rice.
So it was good. It was like
Shrimp.
$30.
It was something I wanted to keep in my body, you know, and maybe shit out later. But it didn't work out like that. My stomach did not have the time and the effort to digest it as I wanted it to.
Okay.
So either way, man, that was my first dip experience. I was puking in this sink, scooping it out with a popcorn scooper, put it into the popcorn. Amazing. And I think we should patent that. Don't take my idea, but I think we got something going.
Puke popcorn.
Puke popcorn. This guy
They make
understands.
something similar to that. It's just.
I think it's called jelly beans.
Yeah,
Those are fucking shit. Jelly beans, fucking shit. I don't know who came up with jelly beans, but fuck yourself, okay? Jelly beans, no go.
wrong with them.
I hate them. Well, okay,
All
that's the
of
thing.
them?
I don't hate.
There's so many flavors.
I don't hate a lot of things, but jelly beans and the person who created it, kill yourself.
All right, well, you got a strong opinion on that.
I'm just kidding. I'm the person who created jelly beans.
Well, and this is that leads back to our identity crisis where you're like, I'm
Dude.
not happy with myself.
I tell you what, that's why, dude, I wear thongs to the beach. I wear fucking banana hammocks.
Okay.
Because it makes me feel good. And I know people are looking like, ugh, they don't like it. And that's what I enjoy, is people looking at me in disgust. That's what makes me happy. You know?
There's a word for that. I can't.
Asshole? I think that's what
I
it
don't
is.
think so.
What is it?
I can't remember. It sounds like a fetish, though. Are you hard when this is going on? Like, does this get you going?
No, it's just banana hammock, me, sand, water, beach.
I
You know what I mean?
understand.
It's just me walking around, pale as a ghost. I burn and peel white again. That's what it is. And I'm glad I don't tan. I'm almost happy I'm white as a ghost because that's me. That's me. White as a ghost.
I've never met someone with so much, self-confidence. Do you have any self-doubt?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Dude,
tell us.
I'm upset that I have
Indulge me.
I am upset that I have 10 fingers and 10 toes. I wish I had an extra.
And we could change that.
I'm so upset that I am normal that I don't know what to do about it. I'm
So you
about
go
to
out of your way to let other people.
enjoy me being a freak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go out of your way to basically draw attention to yourself, negative attention to yourself.
I wouldn't call it negative. I mean, there's some people out there like, ooh.
This guy. Do you think it's just the self-confidence that exudes off of you that's running it, or do you think it's actually like the stuff you're wearing, the stuff you're doing? Like, when was the last time you showered?
Okay, all seriousness, we're talking about self-confidence and showering. I don't shower.
You bathe.
You caught me.
cat
I
bath.
wasn't gonna bring it up, but I bathe. I soak in my own filth,
Okay. That's why I don't take baths.
and then I air dry. I don't use towels. I just shake my body. It's a hell of a time. I'll
Like
show
a
you.
dog. Like, gets out of the water.
A dog. I'm not on all fours. I'm on none. I'm floating, and I just shake my body.
I
And
think
there's
that would add to the eroticism of this experience.
and there's water going everywhere. Okay, either way, off the topic of me being a complete and utter freak, wearing banana hammocks and whatnot. Wearing banana hammocks. So, Kuz, when I ask you this, I'm being serious. What do you think is the most inspiring or when you get up in the morning, what inspires you to get out of bed? What is the thing that drives you in your everyday life? You know what I mean? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Because you're looking at me like,
No, I was really thinking.
It's a
about
good question. It's a good question because. Go ahead. I'll tell you what I think is.
All right. Well, for the most part, I think it's just because I don't know what's next. So, you'd be pretty scary to just be like, I'm gonna give up everything I got going on and just be like,
The element.
pass on. If I die, I don't know what's next. So, and I think that's not a very good answer, not a very positive answer.
Dude,
but
there is no right answer. There is no
I
right
feel
way
like
to
the
do
right
life.
answer would be like Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow inspires
You
you,
like
bro?
take a knee every morning.
That's so
You're
fucking
like-
funny because that's exactly what I was gonna say, but about Tom Brady.
Okay. Well, do you
Perfect
want to
hair.
kiss him like he kisses his kids?
I wouldn't exactly go as far as that. I'd go further.
Have you seen that though? Have you seen that?
Tom Brady?
What do you think about that?
I've seen Tom Brady. Gorgeous.
Hey, okay. Have you
Hell of a man.
Have you seen what he does to his child? Openly?
I don't know. What are you talking
You
about?
haven't seen this stuff?
No.
His
What does he
dad,
do?
him,
His dad kisses him.
His dad. There are pictures of his dad kissing him on the lips.
Pictures or are these cropped? Are these photoshopped? or is this
they're
real?
absolutely real. Like,
or is
they
this
even
real?
talk to him about it. Like, this. I'm being like straight up. Like, this is like a real thing. Like, he kisses his kid on the lips.
So do you look down on Tom
Yeah.
Brady for that, or what? Because what if I told you just what if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. I know there's a lot of what ifs, but if Tim Tebow kissed his child or his dad on the lips, or maybe even elsewhere, how would you feel about Tim Tebow?
Well, he doesn't inspire me to take a knee in the morning. He does inspire me, though, to look up these pictures and show people because it's so goddamn weird.
Of Tim Tebow. Oh, Tom Brady. Tom Brady or Tim Tebow?
Yeah, Tom Brady. Sorry.
Tom Brady.
What about Tom Brady?
Here's the thing.
No. Listen, I had an ex-girlfriend who lived like literally right down the road from here.
From here.
Yeah, from.
Don't give out my location.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying from here, we're in Nebraska.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And I asked her. I was like, "This is the first I knew of this." I was like, I saw a picture of like him kissing his kid, and I was like, no. And I was like, I looked up more, and I was like,
you looked up more.
More.
As in, you were curious or you liked it?
Curious. I don't know. I was
okay,
a bit
hey,
confused.
I'm just trying to get the full story here. I'm just trying to understand where you come from.
What I was feeling at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So I like went to my girlfriend and consulted her on like what
she thinks.
Honey, what do I think of this? I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I showed her and I said, I realized then when I was talking about it to her openly, I was like, that's fucking weird. And that makes me feel weird, and I hope that his kid doesn't do that to his kids. And that was my thought, and I told her that.
Oh, wow.
And that led on to like the handful of reasons that we broke up.
Oh, really? She got upset about Tom Brady.
She got pissed about me saying it's weird. Like, it was like a big thing out of nowhere, and I was like...
Let me ask you, did your girlfriend ever kiss her parents on the lips in front of you, or did she ever disclose that information?
I would kiss them on the lips, but
her parents, yeah. Dude, fucking amen, dude. I give you an A+ for that, because that takes balls. If you walk into your girlfriend's house, first time you meet her parents, first time you meet her father, her mother,
polyamorous though.
Maybe even her grandparents, and you walk up and say, hey, you shake their hand and pull them in and kiss them right on the mouth, a little bit of tongue. That shows dominance.
That's deep.
Dude, I could get behind that. And okay, here's the thing. If you met Tom Brady's kids, it's another what if. I know there's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah. Nothing's for sure in life.
I agree, and you could make it happen. Speak it into existence. If you met Tom Brady's kids, what would you tell them? Would you be like, oh shit, your dad's fucking awesome? Or would you be like, hey, don't kiss your kids on the mouth? Well, or what would you say? I don't want to put words in your mouth. What would you say to Tom Brady's kids?
Yeah, sure. So, I don't know, if I saw them, I might just say, can I take it for a test ride? Like,
you would wait.
After this experience with my girlfriend was so traumatic, it made me question if that was the right thing to believe.
Wow.
And I was like, because in life there is always clear rights and clear wrongs, and never ever
no, because as we were talking earlier, in India or fucking other countries and whatnot, they do the arranged marriage. They do the arranged marriage. What, these girls are like 16 marrying grown men, and that's what's accepted in their culture. And that's what their parents want for them.
That is a clear right. That is completely.
You think that's right?
Like all things.
I don't know. I'm just asking questions because I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Someone does. There is definitely an answer to everything, and everything is so cut and dry that you can understand just about anything you go at. So I was like, I have the wrong opinion about how he kisses his kids. So, let me take it.
Fuck it. If that's what he wants to do, hey, maybe they're a close family. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying if you have a close family and that's what it is, fuck it. Maybe they're playing cards on the weekends. Maybe they're just fucking a family.
What about a family that gets a little closer than the lips?
Whoa.
They're all cool with it though. The kids are of age.
Damn, dude, that's some serious business to bring up on this podcast and this conversation.
Yeah. Are you offended?
No, I'm not offended. I don't get offended.
Is this something that relates to you personally?
No.
We touched that soft spot that you said wasn't there.
I have no soft spots. Like I said, I have taste buds on my asshole. So I kind of know literally everything.
I imagine that's a soft spot, though, because otherwise how are you going to taste anything in there?
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Don't tell me your ass is hard.
Well,
your sphincter muscle is hard.
I don't particularly know what a sphincter is, but I like it.
that's what.
Because I like the word. I like the word. Here's what I want you to do. Go on Encyclopedia right now. Go on Encyclopedia and look up big words. Look up words that we may just go scroll through Encyclopedia, find words that we possibly don't know. He's gonna give us the words, and we're gonna try to say the definition, what we think it is, and then he will give us the real definition.
All right.
What do you think about that?
I like that.
Okay, me too. But until then, until he finds a couple of words, and here's a pad of paper. You can write them down. You can write them down. Here's a pad of paper. There's a pen over yonder. Over yonder. That's Gaelic. Gaelic. I think that's Irish. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about anything, but at the same time, I think I know everything.
Okay.
Don't you feel that way sometimes?
I feel like back to what I was saying, there's a clear right and wrong.
That was the cutaway. That was a segment into something new. There is a right and wrong to everything. I don't contest that. So what do you think about this? What about the court system going to a robotic judge? What if there was a robotic judge that chooses what's right or wrong?
I like that.
Let me tell you what's great about that and what's fucked up about that.
Okay.
What's great about it is the robot has no bias to skin color, to race, to anything about you, the way you look. Maybe, ugly people. I don't think there's any ugly people. I think people are beautiful. But ugly people have it harder than beautiful people. You know what I mean? What if a judge sees a beautiful blonde-haired beauty with big old boobies and a fat ass, and he's like, I'm gonna let this girl off the hook because she's fucking hot. And then you get someone like me, big nose.
But the robot would have to have a reason for doing this outside of that. Like it thinks she's gonna hook up with it, she's gonna give it money or something.
That's what the judge is. That's why the judge chooses that. I'm talking about a human judge.
Okay.
A human judge sees a beautiful girl, blonde hair, big old boobies, and a fat ass. The judge is biased because it's a beautiful woman. If I show up there, what kind of crime do you think I would do if I was going to court? What kind of crime do you think I would be in court for, or I would go to jail for?
Probably date rape or something.
Whoa, dude! I might steal a fucking pack of gum from the grocery store, guys. So the judge sees me. I stole a pack of gum from the grocery store.
I think you might steal the rest of someone's life.
Or maybe
that might be like more.
Maybe I threw a rock through a window. You crazy bitch!
That happened, didn't it? Was it the mailbox?
Why?
Was that you?
That was me. I did smash mailboxes, and I'm over that. I'm past that.
Classic.
It happened, and I'm off scot-free. So how about that?
Yeah.
Either way, that's not what this is about. So the bias is what I'm talking about. Either way, if there was a robotic judge, no bias. But the bad thing about it is, it would see the law as the law. It would bring it out to the fullest extent without situational irony. Here's the situation. Say you're dating.
Wouldn't have mercy either.
Mercy
for like kids, younger kids that are like,
I agree. And for the situation, sometimes shit happens in a fucked up situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like shit happens. A robot would have no remorse. It would say, "Oh, you did this. This is the law, and this is your sentence." You know what I mean?
But I think eventually we could program morals, but once you do that, you have a bias back again.
Well,
then whoever put in the morals.
Well, morals goes along. Does that go along with feeling? Robots don't have feeling, and if they did, they would fucking kill us.
But they could have like a line of code, like programs that ran like morals with certain inputs, like you have like how old the person is, like male or female.
That would all be entered in and taken into factor when the robot makes its decision.
Yeah.
That's scary stuff, man. I think technology is not only amazing, but also terrifying in the same sense, because at what point does the robot or the technology behind it be like, fuck this, dude, I want to be my own creator, I want to be my own boss, which most of us want to be. I want to run my own small business.
Yeah.
I want to be my own boss. I don't want anybody above me. At some point, the machines may be like that, and they're like, fuck humans, boom, Terminator, dead. That's where it gets scary. Now let me ask you this.
Is this your vision for the future?
No, this is not my vision for the future. I'll tell you my vision for the future. Sexy robots that take care of the elderly. How about that?
Elon Musk actually recommended that.
Really?
Not the whole elderly part, but he's like sexy robots.
Well, sexy robots are cool, but I think to take care of the elderly is awesome because the elderly are already horny. They're already trying to bust a nut when nobody wants to take a nut.
I have talked to people that, like, a few friends that I have that work in nursing.
You have friends?
A limited amount, but the ones I do know, the ones I can get information, just a morsel of information from the outside world.
Right,
from the outside world.
That means small.
You know, very. I will claw. I will claw at the door for like a morsel of information coming from the outside. But so I had a nurse. One of my friends.
Whoa. You were in the hospital or were you at an elderly folks home and you had a nurse?
I was sitting on her couch listening to the story.
Oh, so she's not a nurse. She's somebody that you know who is a nurse.
Yes.
So she is a nurse, but she's not your nurse. She's not taking care of you.
Yeah.
Maybe sexually, but not medically.
Maybe.
Okay.
She told me that there is old people sex and it's frequent. It's like a thing. Like you don't think it's a thing.
Throughout the neighborhood.
Throughout the complex.
Good for them. They should be fucking. Should they not?
I don't want to know. Like.
No,
I'm not.
You are against old people fucking.
I think you've settled down. Those things don't work so well.
If I'm 75,
a lot of rust.
Well, you don't want to break a hip or anything.
No, I'm just fucking. That's fine.
Dude, yeah, if I'm 75 and I'm in a home, I want to bust a nut.
Powerful.
I want to bust a nut.
Powerful.
And that's me speaking at 19, knowing at 75 I'm gonna want to bust a nut. So here's my next.
If you have no nuts to bust.
No nuts to bust. I don't care
accident?
if I'm. Dude, I don't. Whoa, what do you mean? I'm dead or I'm just shooting blanks.
There's a tragic accident where you lose most of everything.
Just my dick. Just balls. There's just balls there. And they patch it up with like a sticker or something.
I'm thinking so.
Oh man.
Maybe like a flesh-colored Band-Aid so it doesn't like blend into.
That's not fun. I would want something fun, like a Dora sticker, or maybe they plug it with a cork.
Wine cork?
And when I get off,
the plastic or real cork?
Real cork. The cork shoots off.
That'd be cool.
Dude, I don't know. What about you? Okay, would you rather lose your balls or your dick?
That's easy though.
Your balls.
Yeah. I'll take both of them. Gone.
But
it got me into so much trouble.
You're like a Ken doll, just nothing there.
I'm a eunuch.
There's nothing there. You could use those unisex bathrooms, you fucking piece of shit. Okay. On to our next segment. We're gonna stray away from old people fucking, but if you're old and you're listening to this, get after it.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. Get after it. Okay. Why did you... I'm not gonna get upset. Okay. Here are some words, and I'm covering the fucking real definition because he wrote them on there because I'm trying to guess too.
All right, well, it's my game now.
Nope, I'm already guessing. Okay, we're gonna go to... Oh, fuck, dude, these are big words.
Yeah. That was the intention.
That was. Dendrophilus. Dendrophilus, is that what you would say it is?
Exactly.
Dendrophilus. What do you think it is?
Thinking
What's the
like
meaning?
A city full of people that have like really dry skin.
Yeah. Dendrophilus. Wow, dude, that sounds like a real place.
Yeah.
That sounds good. We should write that down. Write that down.
It's like where Head and Shoulders is trying to get their like.
That's their
trying
test
to get
group.
their market in there.
That's their test group. Dendrophilus, I would say, is the act of being dandruffy. You walk by someone, you're dandruff on them. You leave dandruff on them, and they're like.
Remember that kid in our school that used to be like.
We don't need to name him, but yes, I do.
Name him.
I do. We don't need to name names, but yes, I do.
You remember what he did though?
I heard about it, but I was not in high school when he did that. Write it down. Write it down. Show me.
He did it.
Let me know what you're talking about. We might be on two different things. Dendrophilus. The The real definition to dendrophilus is loving trees enough to live in them. Holy fuck. Nothing to do with dry skin. That's exactly what I was thinking about. That's exactly what I knew you were talking
Let's
about.
publicly shame him.
No.
No, I think we should. Who's going to be against us?
Him, and we don't need to bring that energy onto this conversation or podcast.
I'm all about negative. I wanted to kill the cat.
And you look like the type. You look like the type of dude. You look like the type of dude. Like I said, you deliver milk, you deliver newspapers, but you look like the type of dude to steal people's shoes at a party. And just not even wear them, just take their shoes and know that they're shoeless the next morning. You're like, ha, you're shoeless. You have no shoes. That's what you look like.
I kid you not, that's something I've done.
That's what you look like.
Really something I've done.
Dude, how did I call that? I knew it. I knew it.
Get this, he was an old guy too.
How old? How old?
60, 70.
Whoa.
I took his shoes and I put them in an air vent, and I was like, "That's gonna be funny because the shoes are meant to be in the air vent." And I was like,
"So you are partying? Let me get this straight. You're partying with 60 to 70-year-olds. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
This was one of those.
This is called a lemon party. I'm just playing, but I'm serious.
No, the guy was.
But I'm just playing, but I'm serious.
The guy was at. I guess it wasn't a party, but. The guy was at the high school swimming early in the morning. And I guess you could say it's a party in the locker room because everyone gets pretty freaky.
We've all been there. I was snapping towels. But I wasn't naked. I had that banana hammock on, like I told you earlier. I'm a big advocate.
All that negative attention.
My banana hammock, guess what color it was?
Yellow.
No.
Purple.
Tie-dye. Tie-dye banana hammock. And I don't know.
Unfortunately enough, I think I've actually seen this thing on you somewhere.
Well, there's a video online. You can go ahead and look it up. We're not going to put it on the opentabpodcast.pod Instagram account, but do a little searching. You might find something. Okay? Either way, we've got our next word. Are you ready?
Okay.
It's whamful. Whamful, that's how you would describe it?
Yes.
Whamful. What do you think? I think it's somebody who plays guitar who does a lot of the whammy bar. Just wow, 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 a lot of too much of the whammy bar. Now, what do you think, Kuz?
So, quick side note here. This is Samuel. When I was editing the video, I found out that I forgot this part needed to be cut. We were having what we'll call technical difficulties, and so we'll just go right into our sponsor now.
I am so thankful that we have sponsors as gracious as PP and Kuz. Why don't you go ahead and shed a little light on what they are?
Well, the PP, I tell you, it's the best way to get clean. Not wiping? Well, you can power wash it.
That's the truth.
Playing in truffle butter? Well, you can power wash it.
Listen, if you're trying to get clean, PP is the best of the best. It's your best bet, right? Power washing people is becoming one of the best way to clean your ass since the loofah. And I'm not kidding around when I say that. I get power washed weekly. You know what I mean? I get power washed. They do a quick
we
rinse.
got the straps over there.
Dude, I'm just saying, power washing people is one of the best services I've seen since sliced bread.
Absolutely.
Head over to their website and get hip with the new way to get clean. 1, 2, 3, PP. You'll love it.
Now, and also, as my commenter failed to note, we actually have a discount code on there, which is bearskin10. If you type that in,
slash opentab /opentab.net. That's what you go to. You'll get a discount, 15% off. They'll power wash you naked or with underwear, whatever you want. I'm just saying, if you're trying to get clean, PP is the way to go. All right, now back to the show.
Well, I had a little bit more to talk about there. I've actually used their products personally, and I'd have to say that with PP, I've really never been cleaner. I used to have a bidet. I used to wipe. I used to just go freestyle, just
I used to use baby wipes.
Streak up against my underwear, and whatever else you might be coming out of your body that you need to get cleaned off in the shower or whatnot, the bath. the bath.
The bath. I've got a power washer in my restroom. I hire someone named Pablo to power wash me in the restroom. And I tell you what, it's not fucked up. It's normal. Everyone get hip to PP, because someday you're going to be looking back like, why didn't I really get on that train? Because
You're not going to feel clean enough.
the train starts now. Choo choo. Choo choo. PP. Visit the site. Now back to the show.
All right.
So here's my thing. Have you ever had one of those shits? Okay, I've had multiple shits in my lifetime. You know, a couple, maybe 4 or 5. That's
Would
it.
you say you could count them on one hand?
Yeah, like I said, 4 or 5 shits at least. Nothing more. Just 4 or 5 shits. When I get built up, I wait till I'm about to burst. And then I shit. I don't do it out of comfortability, out of comfort. I guess that would be the right word. I do it out of pure emergency. I save it up until I'm about to bust. And that's just the truth. I'm trying to be honest with my listeners and with you, Bluetooth coos, and with you, fucking retard in the back, bald motherfucker. Dude, you didn't have to do that. I didn't want to see that. I did not want to see that. And we'll upload a picture of that, what I just saw, later, because you don't want to see it live. Either way, here's what I'm getting at. Have you ever had one of those shits where there is not enough toilet paper? You just wipe. There's still a little something. Wipe again. There's still a little something. I don't know if that's because of my diet or because of maybe I drink too often or maybe water. I drink water too often or whatever it is. Have you guys had those type of shits where you just wipe and it's never ending?
I'll tell you, since I started doing like opiates like daily,
Oh, wow.
they
Wow.
really... They,
The hospital gave you this,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Just make that sure.
well, I mean, it's medicinal, but I wouldn't say it's from the hospital.
You make your own.
Not
With
quite.
a little bit of root beer.
I don't really add it to anything. I usually just take it sublingually.
Oh, wow. That's bilingual. You speak multiple languages.
Yes, Spanish.
Okay. That's what you're getting.
But I get very bound up from these opiates. Like if you take them 3 times, you take them 3 times a day, your body does not have enough time to process that and be able to, push the waste through your body because it just constricts those muscles. But when I will get on, get in the mood,
Yeah, of course.
things are right, the candles are lit,
Oh,
the
yeah.
lights are dimmed, and I'm
and you're about to read the newspaper.
and I'm about to read the funnies.
The funnies, the comics.
I will. It gets to be an issue where it's not like that I have to wipe. It's that there's absolutely no wiping, but there's blood.
Whoa.
Because listen, it gets hard when it sits in there a long time. When you don't shit frequently, it gets bound up and held tight, and it's traumatizing every time. It's hard to push out. It feels like there's like a cue ball coming through there.
So you're not shitting comfortably. I shit comfortably.
I haven't, not since.
Let me ask you this. How many times do you shit a day? One day. How many times do you shit?
0.2.
Whoa. And on a metric scale, everybody, that means half a shit. Not even a full shit. Half a shit every day.
That's less than a quarter.
That's less than a quarter. I'm sorry, I failed Algebra 2. And
I did too. I seriously did, Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, it happened. And I'm not ashamed because I wouldn't be right here if I didn't fail Algebra 2. I still don't know what is 2 plus 2.
I'd be in a much better place.
My multiplication, fuck it. Don't know it. Don't care to know it. What I care about is history.
Yeah. No.
History.
No.
No? What do you care about? What school and subject do you care about? What was your favorite?
I hate to say it, but it was like lunch. It really was.
Lunch?
School was not my thing.
Dude, you were the type of dude, he would pour chocolate milk in his
What I really did.
No, he would pour chocolate milk in his shoe and drink it out of his shoe. Not the carton, his shoe. And I'm not hating on that because I respect it, but I'm asking you, did it change the flavor? Was it different from you? Why did you do that? Did you get off on it? Like, what was your reasoning behind that?
Basically, have you ever cooked with a cast iron pan?
Cast iron, I'm talking a skillet,
Yes.
like the band. Okay.
Unlike the band,
Unlike the band.
like the cookware. And you do this, you cook certain food for a certain amount of time and you get flavor that's like imbued into the pan.
Imbued.
And yes, placed
Look that up for me.
Imbued?
irrevocably, unable to be revoked. It can't come out. There's always flavor. You continue to use one item to continue to drink or imbibe or to consume any type of food or cook.
What is this, a funnel? Like an oil funnel? You just grabbed it from the garage and you started drinking things? Or what? What was going on? Please enlighten me, dude. You are fucking so intriguing right now that I am on the edge of my seat. Not literally, because I don't give a fuck that much, but I'm on the edge of my seat.
I just like took the mentality from the cast iron skillet, and I was like, let's see if we can take this small point in my life and extend it throughout my whole day. And I was like, what do I have on me all the time?
Grease is what I'm getting at. Grease. Shoes, right.
Hence why.
What kind of shoes you got now? You got cowboy boots?
These boots.
Now, did you get those at a thrift shop or a homeless shelter? Tell me. Tell me.
I got them at Boots, Shoes, and More in Worcester for 30% off.
Shout out to Boots, Shoes, and More in Worcester, Ohio.
That's really a true story. But
I will be visiting there, and I'm going to buy not boots, but condoms. Only condoms. I hope they sell condoms. If you don't sell condoms, Boots, Shoes, and More, I will be visiting soon, and I hope you have condoms.
It is included under the pretense more.
Because listen, if you're wearing cowboy boots, you're fucking. That's the thing. Anybody who wears cowboy boots fucks.
You want to know something?
That's the truth. Can we trade just one shoe? I want to wear one cowboy boot. And listen, I've got bowling shoes that I'm not going to say I stole, but I took willingly from a bowling alley in Colorado. No, me and the owner were friends. He's like, hey, you want those shoes? I was like, well, shit, I kind of like them. And ever since then, I've had bowling shoes, and I wear them around. I wear them to Walmart. I wear them to this podcast session. I wear them everywhere is what I'm trying to say. You want to see?
I do want to.
On my foot or off my foot?
Either way.
Okay. I might be able to do it. Can you go in my bag and get my bowling shoes? I'm kidding. They're on my feet. Like I said, I wear bowling shoes.
He doesn't play.
In this moment. Now, you might flame me. You might hate on the bowling shoes, but I don't give a fuck because this is quote unquote sauce.
And how many previous wearers do you think that has had?
Maybe a few hundred, but I'm the long-lasting wearer of this bowling shoe. And look at this. There is no traction on the bottom of this bowling shoe.
Oh, neither here. Look.
That's how confident I am when I walk around, when I step, when I skip.
No, I slip constantly.
I don't. I never skip.
Well.
I don't even skip songs on the radio. No, I listen to them. It comes up as Michael Jackson's Thriller. Listen to it.
Don't skip.
What's the worst song you know? What is your most hated song, Bluetooth Goose?
Yummy by Justin Bieber.
I can get behind that. I can't say I've listened to the full song, but I put it on 2 seconds, turned it off.
That's why. I haven't heard it all the way through, but I can't. That's what I did. I heard it. I heard that it was like a thing, and there was like this big social media.
What was the thing? Yummy?
Yeah, there was a big social media campaign where he was asking his like followers to post pictures of them listening to it.
So you're a follower because it reached you. It did not reach me. I'm not a follower. It reached him. So he is obviously a follower of Justin Bieber.
And
I'm not hating on that either. If you love Justin Bieber, fuck it. I'm not.
If I said he disappointed me with this one and that I expected more, then I would be telling the truth.
Have you listened to the whole album?
I'm not even sure if it is an album or if it's just a single.
He recently released an album. I don't know how I know that because I don't listen to it. Maybe I do, but I don't.
Good. Can we agree upon that?
That Justin Bieber sucks cock.
Oh, not that.
Oh,
the
maybe
opposite.
Different. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I won't say that.
I can't.
I'll say
good conscience say it either, but there are some redeeming qualities.
No, if his skin was black, would you say otherwise? He said,
I don't see color.
Me either. I'm actually colorblind. I am colorblind. Everyone is the color gray to me. That's why I treat everyone equally. Cats and dogs, different story. Fuck them. I'm kidding. I love animals.
Can you not tell shades of gray, though?
I'm colorblind, so here's the thing. I see...
Are you light blind as well?
I don't see blackness all the time, no.
Okay, so it's constantly like a red or green shift.
No, here's the thing. I see color but it's my version of the color red or the color green.
Okay.
You see red and green, and it's
Describe
that's
to me
what it is here.
exactly how this color looks.
Here's the thing. I feel like everyone sees a different version of red and green, but we all consciously know that that's red or green. Me, since I'm colorblind, I see a different version of red or green, but I know it's red or green. And that might sound like bullshit. You might want to call bullshit, pull my bullshit card, but it's not. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. This is how I feel. And in good conscience, sorry, I just learned my words, I can say that I can agree that your shirt is red.
Okay. Well,
And your hat, purple. Black, navy. Is it navy?
Yeah.
Okay, navy. It takes me a couple tries because
it's more of a aquamarine.
the thing is I can't see aquamarine. I can't see dark mixed colors. I can't see red, orange. I can't see all that. I see the basics. I see green, yellow.
So you're saying you do see color?
I do see color in my own version.
That's pretty fucked, man.
Does that make sense? And yeah, I'm still blind. I'm not allowed to drive legally, but I do anyway.
Do they know of your color blindness?
Who's they? Who's this they? The government?
Yeah.
The police? 12, as I brought up earlier? 12?
Oh.
I told you what it meant, right? And you remember.
We hope.
I don't think so. Because here's the thing. I use the brake pedal. I rigged my car up. I use the brake pedal as the gas. And I use the gas pedal as the brake.
So when they pull you over, you tell them, I'm not driving a car, I am driving a project.
Well, here's the
Or
thing.
something along that line.
I believe in aliens, and I might be an alien, and my car might be a spaceship. How I am allowed...
This is taking a drastic twist. Would
It-
this
it
be
really
an
has. It really
explanation
has.
to
I
the
deliver
officer that
pizzas.
pulled you over?
Which one? It's been multiple.
Understand.
Unfortunately, it's been multiple. But that's the thing, dude. Police are cool. If they're cool with me, I'm cool with them. And even if they're not cool with me, I'm cool with them.
Wow.
I don't get fucking rowdy around the police because I want them to take it easy on me.
You want to be given mercy.
In that moment, yes. Because do the police have more power than you? Can they fuck your life up?
They could.
Yes. Are you doing something that could fuck your life up? Yes, you made that decision. But
You don't want to be held responsible.
yeah, exactly.
I understand.
If I was a cop, dude,
I think we could all really relate to that on a deep
on a
level.
person-to-person level, dude.
Like you all have had experiences where I'm sure you were doing something that was full well to your knowledge against the law. And
oh, yeah.
you know, you're a good person, and you don't want to jeopardize your life, but you have to continue to make this decision. Like, how can you not? You know, you have cocaine. How can you?
Whoa, what do you mean by jeopardize your life? What are you gonna do? Punch an officer in the face and he's gonna tase you to death?
Maybe
You're gonna,
when I do coke, maybe.
I can't relate to that.
Well, maybe you have cocaine and you're like, it would be a gosh darn shame not to use this, and you're like, it's not moral. It's not.
If a cop pulled you over
not legal.
and you had cocaine on your person, what would you do? Where would you? It was in your pocket, and you had a good 30 seconds. He's being lazy. He's a bigger cop. He's been eating too many donuts. He's having trouble getting out of the car, and you find yourself with a minute to spare.
How much is it?
It's a gram. It's 1 gram. What do you do?
If I ate it, I think I might die.
Possibly. I'm not a coroner. I don't know dead people. I've talked to many dead
If
people. but I don't
if
know.
I put it in other places, I might absorb more of it and die quicker.
I'd take a funnel and just pour it into my ear.
Yeah, I'm thinking something along those lines, or swallow it and then puke it back up later, because I'm like, I can't. Like, even if I'm not going to use it, I'm like, I can't have this in my body.
Are you the type of drinker where if you drink too much and you're around a bunch of people, like a party, you're around a bunch of people, will you puke in front of all those people, or maybe go outside and puke, or will you hold it in
I never puke, I swallow it.
and what? You puke in your mouth and then swallow it?
Why waste? Waste not, want not.
You're right. You paid for that food at some point. You know, you paid to
I paid
eat
for
that
whatever
food.
else was in there too. You know.
What do you think puke is made of? What is it? composited? Is that the right? Composed of. That's why we got you back there. He's on the laptop. He's not on any laptop. This is just his mind. He's smart. I'm not.
I would have to say the food you ate, but I mean, how do we know? It's once it goes in there,
And stomach acid.
you don't know what happens. Like it has.
Somebody does.
It has not been proven.
Doctors, no. I've watched a couple.
How do you know? Have you seen it?
I've seen Rick and Morty, and I know
Okay.
what's in the human body.
I suppose that makes you an authority, but
I wasn't gonna say it, but you did.
I'm still skeptical. But I'd like to ask you before
Okay.
before we continue this
Okay, go ahead.
stomach acid question, but tell me a time when you've experienced persecution
Persecution,
personally.
as in, define that for me. Not racism, but racism. Or just being in trouble and
racism against who you are as a person.
so being in trouble and it being enforced.
No, I'm saying
Persecuted, as in questioned?
Sometimes that something that you did that everyone else didn't like, and they were like, Ryan's an idiot. We don't like Ryan.
Wow. Dude, there's been a couple times in my short lifetime. I'm a very young man compared to some. You know, maybe I'm
Would
old.
you say more than a handful?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you haven't fucked up a couple times, a handful of times in your lifetime?
I mean, maybe 3, but
Maybe 3.
that's. I'm young.
Okay, one time, listen to this. One time I go out to a New Year's party, and the listeners are already like, oh, I know what he's talking about. Because I know these are my people
At said New Year's party.
for a while, and then you ended up leaving.
Was it with?
It was in Sandusky.
Was it with my girlfriend?
There was a pool table. There was a karaoke machine.
I remember like the place, but was this the time I was with my girlfriend?
You did not bring any female counterpart to this said party. So maybe, just maybe, allegedly, we'll call it allegedly, I was under the influence of some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, I had.
The spirits were speaking.
Well, here's the thing. I had eaten paint that night, and I was like off the wall, dude. It was wet.
Right off the wall, man.
It was dry paint. I peeled it off the wall, and I ate it. I put it on my tongue, and I ate it. So that's where we're at. And anyway, I start going bonkers, you know, and I'm really out of my element. You know, usually I'm a cool, relaxed, calm dude, some might say. And
I've heard some say otherwise.
and I've even said otherwise. You know, that's the truth. And either way, I eat these paint chips. And before you know it, I'm running around outside. I'm so hopped up. My toes are
I
tingling.
remember now.
my toes, I looked at my toes and they had individual faces and they're talking to me. That type of shit. And so now I'm running around outside. It's summertime. It was New Year's, so it was a little chilly.
You ran through like 2 feet of snow.
That's correct. And I eventually run into traffic. I run into the street.
Not just the street. He continued after the street.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Pursued a 4-lane highway.
And I was hunting a rabbit. I wanted its fur. I wanted its tail, the little bunny tail. Either way, so I'm running around on the road, an active road. There's cars whizzing by, honking, and eventually my friends fucking tackle me, and they fucking get me off the street. They tackle me. They're like, dude, you're fucked up. You're fucked up. I was like, I'm not that fucked up. If I was fucked up, could I do this? And I did that little Irish jig that I do. And people,
my God.
and people watching are like, yes, I know what he's talking about. And that's why I love you guys. But later on that night, me and a close friend, a close companion, maybe, you know, we weren't dating or
I
anything.
know where this goes.
But we had relations.
This was an article of extreme ridicule towards you.
I was
And
fucked
this
up.
is the reason I heard the story.
And there are people waiting for the bathroom,
Oh.
having to shit, piss. I don't know. I didn't ask him because I was in the bathroom making love. I don't know if you'd call it making love.
I wouldn't say it was love.
Or let's call it having nasty sex. How about that? Does that sound more like it? And there's people outside the bathroom knocking, hey, can you come out? No, we couldn't. We were busy. I was filing my taxes in that bathroom. Like that type of shit. And we walk out of the bathroom with no shame. People are looking at us. You know, one person, he was looking laughing at us so intense, his eyeballs fell out of his head.
Please
And we had to smack him back in.
write down who that was.
Can I get a pen? Either way, it was absolutely one of the best nights of my life, and it was a fantastic way to open up the new year. And that was, I want to say 2018. 2018. I was just a senior.
I too have a
Fucking
story
numbskull.
of that night.
Okay, let's hear it. Big cock.
Unfortunately, it has too many. No, I knew that. Who was
Okay.
looking at you this so hard that his eyeballs fell from his skull?
Okay, finish your story.
Anyways, on this strain of questions about persecution, I need to share something with you. This is why I brought this
Okay, I'll stop writing and look you in the eyeballs, and you
I know.
better not fuck with me.
up. Okay. Well, this is true. This is 100% true, and this is something I, as a victim, experience every day.
As a victim,
As a victim.
every day. What people say, your eyebrows are too thick, you got caterpillar eyes, or what? What's going on? I will stop this ridicule on these people. Tell me who these people are. Okay, first of all, we're gonna shave your eyebrows and we're gonna draw them on from now on. But tell me who these people are.
I've considered tattooing them on, honestly.
That's a good idea.
But
Something I can get behind.
regardless, this. Oh, sorry. This. Now, what would you say about the point of this boot? What would you say about the front of it?
Dirty. Scuffed.
Okay.
Weathered. Seen a couple days. Okay.
More than one. What would you say about the style of this boot?
Badass. He fucks. Like I said earlier, anybody who wears cowboy boots fucks.
Now, do you know what spurs are?
Spurs, that's what pokes the horse to make it run faster.
That's right, the little spinny thing. It's like a fidget spinner for your foot.
Love that.
This point in the northern Ohio country community, and just generally above the border, you know, where south turns to north,
Texas, New Mexico, that type
probably
of shit.
like the end of West Virginia, maybe Tennessee, right around there and up. This is ridiculed so hard in that community.
You can't have a scuffed boot?
No, pointed.
Oh, just the pointed boot.
They want squares or rounded, and if you don't have that, you are like considered like frilly.
What's frilly?
Frilly is a word for
Homosexual.
basically.
Okay.
It's just extravagant. You are considered fake. You aren't real country.
You aren't real
See,
country.
is
Really?
very similar to
Wow.
rap. Like and
There's
that
rules and you
culture-
better follow
that culture is extremely. It's like the exact opposite, but they relate in every single way.
Really?
You flex by having a truck. You flex by having a girlfriend. You flex by not by how much money you make, but how hard you work.
How much dip you swallow. How much dip you ingest.
That could be
Yeah.
that literally could, that is a status symbol at the college I go to. That is literally an argument.
If you don't have a mullet, you're out. That's what we're talking about, right?
So there is levels, and these boots here either put me on the very bottom of the chart or to the right person, which I haven't yet to meet them. They ridicule me for those boots, and I suffer personally every day. This is my struggle, and I just wanted to share it, but I don't want to bring the burden of it onto you. But I wanted to let you know that I am a victim.
Here's what I have to say to you. You rock those fucking boots. You wear everything that's against the norm and rock it, and they're going to have so much respect for you if you walk around with so much confidence. You know, low-hanging fruit. I'm talking unzip your zipper and pull your balls out and just walk around like that. They will.
This belt buckle.
And I know a lot about that, and the listeners know I know a lot about that. But
Now, I have another pair of boots. That
okay,
are
can I have those ones?
And black? No.
Okay. Fuck you.
These are my dailies. These are my daily drivers.
Oh, the other ones are special.
They are my show boots.
Oh.
And those are specifically meant for shows at bars.
Are they pointed?
They are highly pointed. They are like take like pieces of your skin off.
And do people give you dirty looks when you're on stage? They look at your boots. They're like, they end up
Not
puking.
when I'm there, but I'll tell you when I am off stage and I'm just like going somewhere like the airport.
Drinking water at the bar or whatever. Yeah.
Drinking water at the bar or whatever. I have this purple and black pair of boots with high points on the top and
Spikes?
not spikes,
Okay.
but they're pretty pointy.
'Cause that's dangerous,
Yeah, I try to keep things safe, you know,
as we all do.
protective, but not dangerous. And there's a steel coating over the top that like shines, and so it's like very flashy.
Really?
On the back of it, it has my initials in.
Oh my god.
And
Who bought you these boots? Your grandparents or Mickey Mouse? Who the fuck got you
they're
these
my
boots?
show boots, and I purchased them for myself.
And you got them custom
I
made.
also have Spurs.
You got them custom made is my question.
I use the Spurs as like tambourines when I play, and it actually works.
When you clean these
That's what
boots,
your mic is for, because you're like the bottom of my shoe.
well,
That's about where you lay, and that's about where that mic is always.
it's
at.
funny because I agree with that, but I don't at the same time, because you are someone who shaves their face for a night out but doesn't shave their bush. You just have a full bush and you walk around with it and you have a full bush. You have so much bushage. Yes, bushage. Look it up in the documentary, or no, not the documentary, the what's it called? Encyclopedia Bushage. This guy has it. His hair is bushage, and you glue bush on the top of your fucking lip in the corner of your chin. He doesn't shave his face. He can't grow facial hair. He glues bushage onto your face. And speaking in a sexual aspect, what do you look for in a girl? I understand that. I look for personality. I love a girl with good personality, some character, some flaming, some, howdy do, some crazy, not crazy as in she's gonna cut me with a knife, but crazy as in like, hey, let's go skydiving tomorrow. I like that. But what do you look for, not personality, physically wise? And then we can talk about personality later.
That mostly, I gotta mention this, that she would, of course, respect this
The boot.
and not put it down.
Well, here's the thing. Anybody who wears boots is already fucking. So, besides the boots, she would respect the boots. I'm talking, what do you look for in a girl physically, like looks-wise? Me, personally, I like a girl with good teeth. Something I would like to lick the plaque off of, like you said earlier.
Down teeth or up teeth?
I don't want them out. I just want them.
You don't discriminate.
I don't discriminate. And if you have some fucked up teeth, I can still love you. Don't get it twisted. But me personally, I like a girl with good teeth. Maybe. Actually, I don't give a fuck what hair color you are, because it can always be dyed to what I want. and I like a girl who.
That's very accommodating, though.
Very. Getting exactly what I want. I agree.
Yeah, and letting them know that even if you aren't enough now, I will do what I can to make you almost good enough for me.
All jokes aside, women are phenomenal. We love women. Don't get it twisted. Don't come at our necks, because we are joking. We're being serious. We're joking. We're joking. Either way, maybe a girl who, dude, if a girl could skateboard, I can't skateboard. If a girl could skateboard,
She'd like other women.
that's so true, but I find that attractive. If a girl could skateboard, do just an ollie, maybe a kickflip, I'll marry you. If a girl,
Is this a public call? Is this a call to action?
this is a call to action. Any girl who thinks me or Bluetooth Coos slightly attractive, us two,
Looking for a skater girl.
I'm looking for a skater girl
That's
who can also just make eggs. I don't want to eat anything other than eggs from you. Okay?
like seasoned at any point.
I'll make the brisket, I'll make the steak, you make the eggs.
Is this the only diet you're eating?
Just
Are you
eggs.
bulking?
No, because I'm kind of a fat fuck. Like, if I go into these periods where I love to eat. If I can get 15 wings, fries, and a beer, there won't be any left over. I will eat it all until I'm physically about to burst, almost shooting out of my poop chute.
Wow.
Shit like that. Like, I love to eat, but I pull it back. I only eat once a day, because I'm aware that I'm kind of getting bigger, that I'm getting chubby, some might call, or fat as fuck, others might call. Either way, I only eat one time a day. I eat at 5 o'clock. I fast. It's called fasting. I'm gonna throw some knowledge at you. It's called fasting. You eat at 5 o'clock. You don't eat past 8. That's the big rule. But I eat at 5.
Your sleep.
Well, maybe, but you get fat. If you eat past 8, your body is just like not digesting. If you're a physician or a doctor and you're watching this and you know more than I do, don't hate me. I'm just talking out of my ass. And by my ass, I mean this ass. That's another ass that talks a lot too. Either way, I only
Still factual.
factual as fuck. I'm just saying if you're looking to lose weight, watch what you eat. Eat one time a day. Fasting. You eat one big meal at 5 o'clock, and then you don't eat anymore until the next day, 5 o'clock. And that's just what I've been trying to do. You know, I get off the horse a little bit, but I drink a lot of water.
I've recently lost a lot of weight since this opiate thing started.
Opiates as in...
The medicine I prescribe myself
Right.
for my nerves.
Nerves. Do you get anxiety, Kuz?
I honestly, like, I don't get it outside of situations that I should, which I think I'm lucky to have.
Really?
Because I hear that.
So you get anxiety in random situations, like you're like, oh, I gotta poop, and you get anxiety on the toilet. Not when you're talking to a group of people, or maybe you're at a party and people want to talk to you.
It's either when you've gone up on stage,
As you know,
you get it for like 5 seconds, where you're getting like ready.
and it works out.
And then other times when you might be like, am I going to perform well enough? Is my uncle going to be okay with this amount of saliva? And I'm like,
Wow.
I mean, those moments really put you on the spot.
So what I'm getting from you is you get anxiety in sexual situations, not so much.
Oh yeah, I've never had sex. I can't get it up. I just get so scared.
Really, dude? That's the total opposite for me. I get anxiety and I get rock hard. Rock hard. I can't get rid of it. It's almost like I have to.
What is the ratio of hard to not hard time in life for you? Would you say it's
Okay,
1 to
math.
1?
Okay, here's the thing. Math class, hard as fuck.
That is true.
Hard as fuck. I don't know what it is about a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Are you saying that
I'm
math is hard
as
or
fuck.
you stayed hard during class?
My genitals hard as fuck about math equations. I don't know what it
Wow.
was. It may have just been.
What, maybe it's because you didn't understand it. It was the mystery that kind of just caught you up, and it was kind of erotic.
And that's the thing. I understand a squared plus b squared perfectly now. Out of high school, I've grown to know it. I read books on it. I know it 100%. And it doesn't get me hard anymore. It was just in school when I didn't know what a squared plus b squared plus
that, like-
equals c squared meant that I would get hard.
It's that unknown that I understand that. You want to chase the abyss. You don't know what's there, but it's hot and it's coming at you, and you're like, I have to get some of that.
A little away from this topic, which I enjoy talking about. Don't get me wrong.
I don't believe you.
I do. I will bring it up after what I'm about to say. So why don't you go ahead and sit back and fucking relax.
I don't really want to.
Here's the thing. The Bermuda Triangle. Okay. It is known among the human race, who, no matter who you are, I don't know if this is just in America, Indian people, maybe they go fucking fishing in the Bermuda. But the Bermuda Triangle in the U.S. is known to be, you go there and you don't return, right? Absolutely deadly or detrimental. You don't go there. What's really there? What if that was just a ploy put in our thoughts and our ideas, that there's something there that they don't want us to find? And I am very broad, but I mean you. And if there's any of those you watching right now, I mean you. They don't want us.
If you think, therefore you are.
I don't know what that has to do with this topic. Please explain.
If you think that you might think you are addressing them, then that's who it is.
Exactly.
There's even like a sliver of inkling that you're like, that might be me.
Whoa, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about, okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. The government officials. Wow. They have put it into our minds that the Bermuda Triangle is a bad place. If you go there, you die and you do not return. What's really in the Bermuda Triangle, that they don't want us to figure out about? Is it a vortex to another dimension? Is it a island where, you know, shit happens. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. What do you think?
I've heard a lot of things. I've heard that it could have been the entry to the lost city of Atlantis. Be careful there with that water.
I know I'm
Gets
spilling.
out, man.
I'm spilling water all over myself, but
Loosey-goosey.
it's okay. It'll just evaporate. That's the best thing about water is it just goes.
That's just the greatest thing about living on Earth. You know, you share luxuries that you don't think of.
Well, that's the thing. We're 75% water. You know what I'm saying? So I've got a lot of love for water, and I've got a lot of love for all the water beings out there. Whoever you are, if you're listening, if you see this, I love you, water beings.
Yeah.
Peace, love, positivity, water beings. Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
I've heard a lot of theories. I've heard it might be the gateway to like the city of Atlantis, whatever that is. I've heard that also that could be like a portal to a different place.
Really?
Could be where aliens first like entered and they still remain there. Maybe like at the bottom of the sea or something.
Now, okay,
So,
this is all what you've heard. What do you truly believe the Bermuda Triangle holds, or what is the power of the Bermuda Triangle?
I get back to my point here where everything is one way or the other. There's absolutely no fine line between.
You don't think there's any gray area in anything?
Never. There is one final answer, always.
I agree with that.
Everything.
But some things are situational. There's a situation that arises to that happening, and then there's a...
Are you saying the truth is not the truth?
No, not at all.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the feeling
Here's
that
what
you
my
like
question...
to lie a lot.
No,
That
do you
like-
know the truth?
that
Do you know the
like-
truth?
I don't know. but
Okay, then I'm
there's
just
some guy
questioning
that
as you
knows.
are. Some guy, that could be fucking anybody. That could
But
be
if
the
he
dude
knows
who...
the truth, he knows the truth. That is the truth.
If he knows the truth, why doesn't he spread the truth? Why don't we all know the truth? Why does only one guy know the truth?
Maybe he just doesn't feel like it. I don't know.
I know
I
it's
don't know the reasoning.
it's
behind
fucked
it.
up.
But there is one clear reason why he would do this. Either one way or the other. There's not like a iffy amount of gray area whether he would do it, but
I can't completely agree because I feel like I don't 100% understand what you're saying,
I don't think there's anything.
but I don't disagree.
I don't think there's anything there.
Me either. Okay, the Bermuda Triangle, go there, die.
Yeah.
Okay, don't go.
But there's
don't go. Go there, explore, die.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at, right?
That's what I.
But what happens if you go there and you find something and then you die?
Maybe that's what happens. There's nothing there.
Okay. Because, dude, well, here's why I brought that up. I was in Puerto Rico, 3 weeks ago, however long ago it was, and
Wow, did you go there?
I did go there. I walked to Puerto Rico. I walked there. It took a little while, but I had my backpack. I had one bottle of water, and that was enough. That's all you need to walk to Puerto Rico. One bottle of water, and those supplements that the gas station sells. Those will get you to Puerto Rico. And I'm not bullshitting. I'm saying go to the gas station, get those pills, and one bottle of water.
Okay, have you ever read what the labels say?
About the gas station pills? No, I just buy them and stick them anywhere.
Just put them in myself. No questions asked.
Well, they're there. They're selling them. It must be safe. It must be healthy.
Read the labels one time. Maybe that can be something we do later. We'll bring some in. Maybe
I agree
we'll
with
test
that.
them out.
And
How many you can take at once before something like...
Before I fucking seize and I just start shaking everywhere, and that would be good entertainment. And I know you would love to see that.
And what if this turns into a little bit something more than just base level entertainment, where it becomes like,
A survival show.
No,
You take
they
as much
start-
as you can, and they take the defibrillator and shock you. And then if you survive, great. If you don't, you lose.
we...
I like that.
No, that wasn't where it's...
Oh, where are we going?
Maybe the increased sensitivity, maybe that also has to do with like your feelings. Maybe like the increased arousal will just give you like these like uncontrolled. Maybe we get some urges, and maybe
Here's what I heard, that your hair and your fingernails feel energy. The more you let your fingernails grow out, the more they...
what energy are you feeling now?
Right now, in this moment, I feel fantastic. I am so happy to be here right now, and I think this is going so well, and I hope...
Was that affected by any outside factors, would you say, that were not within yourself?
What do you mean? I thought of this. You said it could be a possibility, and here we are doing this. I'm ecstatic. If there was any other word like fucking excited, I would say it, but fucking excited is the only word I have. Anyway, I'm so happy we're doing this right now that I'm beside myself. Dude, I almost want to take my socks off and mash grapes with it and then let them fucking age and make my own wine with it. That's what I want to do.
Is that what all these exciting situations give
That's
you
that's what this podcast makes me want to do. And if you can agree, everyone listening, do that. Okay? So,
I used to make my own wine.
wine or liquor?
Both.
How do you make liquor?
Yeast, water bottle, sugar. Shake it up. Leave it.
A little bit of glass.
Leave it in your closet for a while. Have someone come in your closet, like your parent, and they pull the bottle out and they say, "What is this?" And I say,
Try
"I don't
it.
know." And it's just water. It's just water. Please don't open it. It's just water. And you assume it was liquor.
I've had a situation like that
I've had many.
with my grandma. And we got not drunk,
Shit-faced.
fucking shit-faced. And now I love my grandma more than I did before. Not saying she was a piece of shit before, but she was a piece of shit. I love my grandma after that moment. Here's the thing. This is what, or this conversation brings me into the next thing. Everyone, go and follow us on the opentab.pod. That's the name. Okay, let me try again. Go and follow us at our username on Instagram. This is on Instagram. Go follow us at opentab.pod. Go follow us there, and you can vote. You can vote what you want to see me and Bluetooth Coos do whenever the next time we make a second episode is.
You can vote about his grandma. Maybe she'll return to the show.
Dude, we're going to have a lot of shit on there, okay? And I want you all to vote on it. I want you all to get involved because we're going to talk about it and we want you to be a part of it. So, here's what you're going to vote on. Do you want Bluetooth Coos and I to get pedicures? Have you ever gotten a pedicure?
I can't say I have.
Me either. It's a new experience. Do you want us to get pedicures or, and that's a big or, I'm talking capitals, or, O-R, capitals. Or do you want to see Bluetooth Coos and I get acupuncture massages? That's needles all over our bodies. They pull it out. And I've heard you go into like a dream-like state. It's almost so comforting that you go into a dream-like state. So go to our Instagram.
Bring people directly to your house to do that.
Really?
We could like get the lady on here.
Whoa. And have her talk and then do it to us?
Yeah.
We could see how much that costs.
And then
And I'd pay for it.
Then I could like fuck with her and be like, put one where it's not supposed to be on Ryan. Like just anywhere. Just pick a spot.
Now, where do you think that location would be?
I imagine directly in the center of your eye.
Ooh. It turns out it fixes my vision. I can see through walls and shit.
You start cutting stuff with like lasers.
Oh, I'm like a superhero from that point on. So
It unlocked his potential.
we want to know, do you want to see us get pedicures or acupuncture massages? Go to our Instagram. Again, it's opentab.pod on Instagram. Go there, vote, and we will serve your commands because you are part of this podcast as much as we are. We thank you for listening. It's been a blast. I'm having so much fun, and I hope you tune in next time. Thank you so much. This has been Bluetooth Coos and Ryan Moget, a.k.a. Batman. Just kidding. A.k.a. Robin. I'm definitely Batman. A.k.a. Arm Trip and Bluetooth Coos. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. This was mostly Ryan's idea. He got me on board, and I did the editing. And this outro music you're listening to here, we have some clips uploaded online as well. If you'll stick around, we'll have episode 2 ready in a few weeks, and I guess I'll see you next time.
Fucking